Welcome to episode 15 of 30 Days of Persuasion Plays with Paul Macetta. We are halfway through this video series. Hope you're enjoying them. If you are, like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Show me that you like what I'm sharing with you. In episode number 15, we're going to talk about the only 3 reasons that people say no to you. Here they are. They don't believe you. They don't believe it will work. They don't have the ability to say yes. So let's go through that again. The only 3 reasons somebody will not buy, comply, agree, or say yes to your offer are they don't believe you, they don't believe it will work, or they don't have the ability to say yes. So let's make this as easy as possible. Let's go to the last one first. If the person doesn't have the ability to say yes, why would you present to them? The problem is that most people don't identify this factor early enough in the interaction with somebody. So very first step is you have to determine if this person has the ability to say yes. Are they the shot caller? Are they the decision maker? If they are not the decision maker, then you need to find the decision maker. Okay, so very simple, common sense, easy enough. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, the other 2 reasons are they don't believe you or they don't believe it will work. So if they don't believe you, something's wrong in the image that you're communicating to them, and it's causing them to not trust you. If they don't believe it will work, it's either for one of 2 reasons. They think that there's a fault in the mechanism of action of whatever it is that you're presenting, or they believe that they have a fault. So it's not necessarily that what you have to offer doesn't work. It's that they don't believe that they're able to use what you have to offer. So take this computer right here, MacBook Air. Love this thing. I use it all the time. I got the whole Persuasion playbook right here. I use it as a reference. I edit my videos on it. I do all kinds of stuff on this thing. I love it, right? I think it's the best laptop computer on the market, right? If I tried to sell this thing to my mother, I wouldn't make the sale. And it's not because she doesn't have the ability to say yes, because she does. And it's not because she doesn't trust me, because she knows I wouldn't lie to her. It's because she doesn't believe that she's able to use this thing. She believes that she's going to turn it on and she's going to be overwhelmed and she's not going to know how to get on the internet, how to set up the Wi-Fi connection, how to use Google Documents, how to use all the different apps that are on here, how to get into iTunes. She just feels like it's not going to work. So she's going to say no to me, right? And it's not because she doesn't think it's a great computer. It's not because she thinks I'm lying to her. It's not because she doesn't have the ability to say yes. It's because she just believes that it's not going to work for her. So very first thing you got to do, aside from making sure that you're dealing with the decision maker, is making sure that you're dealing with a qualified prospect. Making sure that you're dealing with somebody that is capable of using your product or service to better their lives. If I really sat down with my mom, and I don't have to because I know this already, which is why I'm giving you the example, but I already know that she's not going to get a lot of use out of this computer, so I wouldn't pitch her this computer to begin with because I know that she just doesn't have any desire to learn and figure out how to use this thing. She's retired. She's got Facebook on her phone. She's got the app on her phone. That's really all she's using it for. Does she really need a $1,000 computer? No, so I wouldn't try to sell her this computer to begin with. So aside from identifying the decision maker, you have to make sure that you're dealing with somebody that actually needs your product or service. Second thing is, circling back to yourself, you want to create credibility and authority because all of that stuff supports and makes persuasion a lot easier. When people view you as credible, they trust you. When they view you as the authority on a specific topic, that's even more powerful than trust. They don't even necessarily have to trust you. They just know that you know what's best. The example I give all the time is when you go to the doctor. You go to the doctor, he makes you wait for an hour, he finally sees you, you don't yell at him, you don't say, what took you so long? You just know that he was busy tending to other patients. He examines you, he tells you what's wrong, he writes you a script, you go get the script filled, you take your medicine, right? You don't sit there and question the doctor. Why? Because going into the situation, you already know that the doctor is the authority on the topic. So you just accept what the doctor tells you. Persuasion becomes a lot easier when you have credibility and authority. So start thinking about how you can position yourself as an authority on your topic so that persuasion becomes a lot easier for you. Also, think about ways to start building your credibility. You should have a checklist of all of the different credibility points that you can use to enhance your credibility. In fact, I actually have something called the credibility cheat sheet or the credibility checklist. I'll post a link to it at the bottom of this video in the description, and you can go download it so you can discover different ways to create your credibility for free. Next thing is you got to show proof. So again, assuming that you're dealing with somebody that can actually benefit from your product or service and is qualified to make that decision, they are the decision maker, show them the proof. Show them how it works, why it works. Show them examples of other people that have used the product or service and have gotten favorable results with them. And then last but not least is ask the right questions. So try to determine whether or not the person is saying no because they don't believe you, or if they don't believe in themselves or in the mechanism of action of the product or how the product, service, or offer works, right? Because those are three completely different objections. In case number one, you need to present stronger credibility and authority as to why they can trust you. In scenario number two, you have to show more proof of why this is easy to use and why they have the capability of making it work for them. And in case number three, you have to show why the product works or why the product is something that they can rely on. So again, ask questions to determine what the exact objection is, because I can guarantee you all of those objections, if you take them and you boil them down, they're going to fall into one or more of those three categories. So again,